Thank you to our Blue Valley Southwest Band under the direction of Mr. Ed Protzman. Please remain standing for our national anthem, led by our Blue Valley Southwest Chorale under the direction of Mrs. Sandy Bunton.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Thank you. You may be seated. Good evening. Welcome to the 6th commencement ceremony for Blue Valley Southwest High School. My name is Scott Roberts, and it is my honor to serve as the principal of Blue Valley Southwest. We are delighted that you could join us for this wonderful occasion. The class of 2016 is an outstanding class and will always be a special class because of the leadership, academic excellence, service to your community and school, and the way in which you treated each other and your fellow students. Everyone in the Blue Valley Southwest community owes a debt of gratitude for your commitment and leadership to our school. You have truly set a standard by which all other classes will follow. Candidates for graduation, you are certainly more than a number. In saying that, there are some numbers that represent your excellence, commitment to service, and frankly, your good hearts. Let me share a few numbers about the class of 2016. The number 12, that's the number of national broadcasting awards members of this class have won in the last 2 years. 36, that's the composite score on the ACT Reed Bowling earned his junior year, our second perfect score in our school's history. 41,053. That's the dollar amount student leaders in this class helped to raise to provide financial assistance to families battling cancer through Hoops for Hope. 206. The number of Division I medals musicians in the class of 2016 earned at state solo and ensemble contests. 2,011. That's the number of views as of yesterday for the I-2 and Southwest video produced by Sarah Stowe Eskelson. 7, the number of students recognized by the National Merit Corporation as commended students and National Merit Scholars. 2, the number of Eastern Kansas League championships this class helped to win. Girls swimming and wrestling won our first 2 league championships this year. 19, the number of ACT scholars in this class, 6,894,285. That's the amount of scholarship dollars offered to the students in this class. No matter how you break out those numbers, a pretty impressive group of young people. At this time, please welcome our Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Todd White.
On behalf of the Board of Education of the Blue Valley Unified School District number 229, the administration, faculty, and staff, it is my pleasure to greet you to the 6th graduation of the Blue Valley Southwest High School. It's always a special time of year as graduates come forth to receive their diplomas. This graduation represents the fulfillment of much hard work and effort on the part of the community, parents, relatives, many others, but most especially our honored graduates today. Students, we are extremely proud of you and your accomplishments. It is my privilege to introduce the guests on the platform today. Please hold your applause until all have been recognized. Mr. Mike Seitz, President of the Board of Education. Mrs. Stacy Obringer Varhall, President of the Board of Education. Current board members, Dr. Cindy Bowling, Mrs. Sue Matson, Mr. Tom Mitchell, Mrs. Pam Robinson, and Mr. Patrick Hurley. Also joining us today, Dr. Al Hanna, Interim Superintendent, Deputy Superintendent Sue Dole, Mike Schlegel, Deputy Superintendent, and Dr. Tanya Merrigan, Assistant Superintendent. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. White. I'd like to introduce the individuals to my right on the stage representing Blue Valley Southwest. If you would please stand and remain standing as I introduce you. Mr. Jason Pearies, Assistant Principal for Curriculum Instruction. Mr. Gary Howard, Associate Principal and Athletic Director. Mrs. Erica Warren, Assistant Principal and Activities Director. Ms. Nicole Becker, Senior Class President. Mr. Zach Novikov, Senior Speaker. And Ms. Holly McCarty, Mathematics Teacher. Thank you all for being here this evening. The class of 2016, this event is the culmination of 13 years of formal education. Each and every one of you has a story to tell, a path that you have traveled, but along the way, you always had your family to support you. And on this day, when everyone around you will yell your name and applaud your accomplishment, I would like you to take a moment to thank your family. If all our parents and guardians in the audience would please stand. Graduates, I would like for you to take a moment to give them the ovation they deserve for doing such a great job of raising you and getting to this point. Parents and guardians, please stand. Thank you all. At this time, please welcome to the podium our Senior Class President, Ms. Nicole Becker. Nicole is the daughter of Alicia and Dave Becker. She has been involved in Senior Class Office, National Honor Society, Spanish National Honor Society, soccer, and newspaper. She will continue her studies next year at Kansas State University. Nicole?
This graduation ceremony is a very special event in our lives. This evening, we culminate 13 years of study, and we are delighted to have you with us. I have proudly served as Senior Class President for this outstanding class of students. These last 4 years have made us more than just a class. We have become a family. And although this may be the last time our family is all together, we will never forget the memories we've made and the bonds we've created. I'm truly amazed at all this class has accomplished and will miss each and every one of you. The members of the class of 2016 respectfully request that parents and guests at this commencement exercise refrain from making unnecessary noises and disruptions. It is the sincere desire of the class that all graduates be recognized equally. In order to do this, we ask your cooperation in requesting that all parents and guests refrain from disruptive outbursts during the issuing of diplomas and remain seated until the graduation ceremony is over. Thank you once again for joining us on our special evening.
Thank you, Nicole. We will now hear This Is the Moment from our Blue Valley Southwest Chorale and Chamber Singers under the direction of Mrs. Sandy Bunton.
This is the moment and true, fulfill my grand design, see all my stars align. This is the moment, strike final test, my test, destiny beckon than ever reckon. Second best, I won't look down, I must not fall. This is the moment, prestigious moment of them all. This is the moment, strike all the odds, they stay on their course, they will stay lost. When I look back, I will recall moment for moment. This was the moment, the sweetest moment of them all, the greatest moment of them
Thank you to our choir, particularly our senior choir members. They're now going to take their seats with their class. This time, I'd like to introduce our honorary senior speaker, Zach Novikov. Zach is the son of Jody and Michael Novikov. He's been involved in debate, forensics, categories, and tennis. He will attend Indiana University in the fall, and he's delivering a speech titled, The High School Hero. Zach?
Hello. Before I begin, I'd like to thank my fellow graduates, our families, the staff at Blue Valley Southwest, and our school board for providing us with years of teaching both academics and life lessons as we arrive at our destination today. This journey reminds me of one of the first units that we learned in high school English, of the archetypal hero. First, our hero had to train, sweat, and fail. Next came the adventure, where the hero faces challenges and tribulations that generated conflict and test our protagonist's ability to overcome confrontation. Lastly, the epic battle, where our hero has come home a champion, only to recognize that there is a new journey awaiting them. And while this may provoke mental images of Greek epics and odes, it's not that different than our own journey up until today. I remember coming into high school, ready to conquer the world, completely underwhelmed by this new chapter in my life. And then I made a C in PE. Yeah. Shell-shocked in my own stupidity, rebelling and hurt, I began to let my other grades falter until they resembled a rainbow of letters. Everything from A to F was on display for my parents to see. Sorry. All my life, teachers, parents, friends, they've all told me that I'm special, that I could be anyone I wanted to be, but I wanted all of that glory without putting the work in. As Hercules said to his mentor after being beaten in battle, I need your help if I want to be a hero, a true hero. In life, we all face periods of failure. As the hero falters in training to harness his or her skills, we too needed these momentary lapses in judgment to grow into adulthood. Hopefully, you all had a greater crisis than will I or will I not have to repeat gym, but we needed these failures to grow, to learn, and to prosper. Rather than cutting your losses, doing what I did and immaturely rebelling, what matters is how we overcome our shortcomings. Just as the hero must fail to improve, we too as students relied on our teachers to hold us accountable, mold us, and watch us grow. Imagining any of us living on our own as freshmen is laughable, and it has taken time to grow as individuals. We have spent nights studying, lost sleep and sanity for the sake of personal growth and education. We've all felt the sting of sitting in a chair for 5 hours for the ACT, but what good is a hero story without an epic battle? Whether that be our softball team growing into one of the best programs in Kansas, or our swimming team maintaining its dynasty, to my own personal experiences with debate, we've all had to fail competitively before we learned how to win. But as this journey transpired, we learned how to prepare, cope with failure, and figure out for ourselves what it means to find success. And before you all can recognize it, we went from belligerent freshmen to slightly less belligerent seniors in a short period of time. Recognizing that how we do does not define us, as many heroes have failed in their moments of truth, but rather how we approached and attempted to overcome the impending doom. Our preparation and willingness to devote oneself to a singular task that may seem impossible, like knowing a math concept from January in May, that is truly heroic. John Barth, an American novelist, once wrote, "Everyone is necessarily the hero of their own life story. We are our own heroes. We must recognize when we have accomplished something in our own lives, allow it to humble and excite us as individuals. These sacrifices usually come with great reward, so remind your family, extended family, and neighbors of that later tonight." Today, my GPA no longer represents every letter in the alphabet. Our freshman blunders, which caused a ton of gray hair for those around us, now serve as a foundation for growth and opportunity. This time, we have better training thanks to our teachers. We have more maturity thanks to our parents. We have a better understanding of the world thanks to the activities that shaped who we are. No matter where we head, we will complete the journey once again. Thank you.
Thank you, Zach. Please welcome to the podium Mrs. Holly McCarty, Math Department Chair and Blue Valley Southwest Teacher of the Year for 2016. Ms. McCarty.
On behalf of the faculty and staff of Blue Valley Southwest High School, I would like to offer my most sincere congratulations to the class of 2016. I would also like to take a moment to recognize my colleagues for their hard work, countless hours, and the love you have invested in these students over the past 4 years. I am honored to teach with you and be counted among you. You have inspired our students to be dynamic, creative, and inspired learners and leaders. After 14 years of teaching, you inspire me to be a better teacher each and every day. I am honored to work with such a special staff of the most dedicated professionals I know. Thanks for making Blue Valley Southwest the best.
Thank you, Ms. McCarty. Each year we highlight a senior musician or musicians at our commencement exercises. This year, please welcome Mitchell Riley, son of Jody and Robert Riley. Mitchell has been involved in orchestra, swimming, and tennis. He has received numerous superior ratings at state and regional solo and ensemble contests. He also qualified to play in the National High School Orchestra. He is attending the University of Missouri, Kansas City in the fall to study violin performance. Mitchell is playing a violin solo, La Folia by Corelli. Thank you, Mitchell. I thought this would be a good time to recognize someone very special since he started his career as a music teacher. This time I'd like to ask Interim Superintendent Dr. Al Hanna to please stand. Dr. Hanna will be retiring at the end of the school year after 34 years of service as a teacher and an administrator. Dr. Hanna, on behalf of Blue Valley Southwest High School, our staff, students, and community, thank you for your service to the Blue Valley community and your leadership as interim superintendent. Audience, please join me in thanking Dr. Hanna. Graduates of the class of 2016, what do you say? What do you say to a group who has shown so much depth academically, socially, personally? What do you say to a group of students you witnessed show such kindness and friendship to their fellow students who were struggling, or different, or rejected, or lonely? What do you say to a group of students who possess true intellectual curiosity? What do you say to a group of students who never accepted anything less than excellence in anything that they did? Whether it was the classroom, the concert hall, a debate round, the stage, or the field, you pushed each other, you pushed your fellow students, and you pushed our staff. No one was going to outwork you. What do you say to a group of students who have won state championships and won ratings back to back to back to back? What do you say to a group of students who taught us the beauty of our differences in big ways and small ways? What do you say to a group of students who understood that real leadership is founded in service to others, not in privileges for a few? What do you say to a group of students who made a spirit stick, borrowed said spirit stick, took pictures of said spirit stick in South Overland Park, made a Twitter page for said spirit stick that had more followers than I do? I really don't know what you say about that. What do you say to a group of students who may not be highlighted at class day or today, but they worked, they persevered, and slayed their own personal dragons to join us today to walk across the stage? I have one more set of numbers for you today. 280 out of 280. We had 280 candidates for graduation, and we have 280 students graduating today. Everybody made it. I'll be honest, that's the first time that's happened since we opened our school. Heck, that's the first time I've experienced it in 21 years in this school district. Congratulations. The only appropriate thing to say to this class is thank you. Thank you for your leadership, your academic excellence, your commitment to leaving a legacy, and your perseverance. Most of all, thank you for your belief in others and in each other. Thank you for showing us what a group of kids who are respectful and decent, but also extremely talented and driven, can do to build a culture in our school for which I am so proud. Class of 2016, I am proud of you, and I sincerely wish each and every one of you all of the best in the future. At this time, we wish to acknowledge the students in the class of 2016 who are the recipients of the Superintendent's Award. This achievement is earned by those students who finish in the top 10 in their class on either the non-weighted or weighted class rank. This year, we have 16 students who have earned this distinction. If these students and their parents would please stand and remain standing as I call their names, please hold your applause until all names have been read. The 2016 Superintendent Award recipients in alphabetical order are Nicole Becker, daughter of Alicia and Dave Becker. Sneharika Bhavanasi, daughter of Meena and Vivek Bhavanasi. Reed Bowling, son of Cindy and Stan Bowling. Corey Case, daughter of Gina and Chris Case. Nicole Dudley, daughter of Cheryl and Todd Dudley. Jack Fiorella, son of Carla and Joe Fiorella. William Hawkins, son of Christine and Brooke Hawkins. Adnan Islam, son of Shazia Siddiqa and Asif Islam. Swetha Jasti, daughter of Padmaja Bihuru and Siva Negaswar Rao Jasti. Piper Missy, daughter of Carmen and Greg Missy. Jasmine Moore, daughter of Risa Boland, Christopher Moore, and Wyland Boland. Jay Patel, son of Kashmir and Ramesh Patel. Michael Shao, son of Zhao Ming Yu and Wei Shao. Rachel Sorcher, daughter of Jill and Michael Sorcher. Colin Weber, son of Deborah and Keith Weber. And Seth Wingerter, son of Linda and Robert Wingerter. Congratulations to students for this outstanding accomplishment. In just a few moments, faculty members Mrs. Marilyn Brewer, English teacher Dr. Chris Jensen, science teacher Mr. Aaron Ballou, science teacher Ms. Kat Buchanan, and English teacher and Ms. Christy Dixon, counselor, will be presenting the graduates to the Board of Education. Before they start, we have another one graduating today. Mrs. Brewer is graduating and retiring after 48 years of service in education. Please join me in congratulating Mrs. Brewer and thanking her for all of her years of service. To be certain each graduate's name is distinctly heard, we ask that you hold your applause and celebrations until all seniors have been recognized. Now please welcome Dr. Todd White, Superintendent of Schools.
Would the graduating class of 2016 please stand? The faculty administration of Blue Valley Southwest High School are recommending each of you for graduation. You have completed the requirements for a high school diploma as set forth by the Kansas State Department of Education and the Blue Valley Unified School District Board of Education. Members of the board and President Seitz, on behalf of the Blue Valley School District, I present the Blue Valley Southwest High School class of 2016 for the receipt of their diplomas. Would the first row please come forth? The rest of the class may be seated.
McKenna Grace Adamson. Trevor James Agonis. Madison Nicole Allen. Ian DeValcourt Andrews. Andres Antion Perez. Joanne Elizabeth Armstrong. Jessica Natalie Art. Ellie Alexandra Augustine. Osama bin Azam. Haywad Maiwan Baha. Cameron Francis Barclay. Madeline Louise Barger. Brianna Victoria Bartolos. Alex Anthony Bartlett. Brett Ryan Basler. Nicole Elizabeth Becker. Bentley Eileen Benonk. Anne Catherine Bennett. Sneharika N. Bhavanazi. Austin Macklin Blessing. Jacob Allen Block. Erica Joy Bowles. Paige Eleanor Boomer. Isabella Gabrielle Maria Broviak Miller. Reed Allen Bowling. Abby Elizabeth Boyd. Shane Montgomery Bradford. Devin Nicholas Brady. Rachel Janine Brake. Devin Taylor Bratkiv. Lucas D. Brown. Riley Jean Brown. Lauren Sage Browning. Emily P. Butler. Shayna Shantae Byers. Patrick M. Carnes. Harrison Pierce Carney. Corey Madison Case. Colin Samuel Casey. Winifred Grace Charlesworth. Timothy Matthew Chichura. Bria Janine Clemens. Madison Elizabeth Coakley. Jackson Willis Connors. Christina F. Cornell. Cooper Elizabeth Courtney. Benjamin Robert Cowan. Brianna Renee Cox. Chad Allen Creason. Dylan Scott Curry. Anne Marie Doms. Jared Reed Daniel. Andrew Harrison Davis. Makayla Nicole Davis. William Jeffrey Davis.
Emily Abigail Dayton. Kelsey Nicole Damo. Brooke K. Denon. Madison Lynn Deppy. Colin Douglas Dorr. Tara Lauren Dorsch. Reagan Thomas Dupriest. Andrew Patrick Easterday. Tristan Dean Eastham. Brooke Shelby Egan. Kayla Elizabeth Egan. Julia Ann Eggleston. Andrew Connor Esksey. Devin Elston. Rylin Mackenzie Fate, Hannah Lee Festa, Isabel Nicole Finzen, Jack Alexander Fiorella, Sydney Marie Fitchett, Emily Shay Fletcher, Kinsey Nicole Fletcher, Tristan Rasan Foster, Brige Claire Marie Fowler, Connor Wade Frock, Colin Patrick Gallery, Luis Arturo Garcia, Emily Ann George, Casey A. Gonzalez, Erica Nicole Good, Kirsten Meredith Gordon, Tess Leanne Gray, Lindsay Danielle Green, Tyler James Green, Rebecca Caitlin Gregory, Alexandria Devon Gruenfelder, Blake Marie Gustafson, Kyle Lee Halhuber, Shelby Taylor Hardison, Hannah Renee Herrick, Zane Everett Harville, Madison Elise Hatch, Andrew Veltri Havens, William Rudder Hawkins, Zane Connor Heflin, Matthew Joseph Heisey, Alexander Norbert Himberger, Caitlin Marie Henderscheid, Alexander Joseph Hinkie, Brennan Andrew Hipsher,
Nicole Marie Dudley, Talon D. Hitchcock, Eric Robert Yelmis, Ian Churchill Holman, Samuel Grant Horst, Tyler Ray Howard, Zachary Royce Howard, Madeline Rhiannon Hoyt, Heather Renee Huseman, John Joseph Humbert V, Jackson Daniel Honeycutt, Sobir Hassan Husani, Brianna Marie Huddy, Beatriz Infantes Rodriguez Correll, Max Benedito Ippolito, Adnan Islam, Alexis L. Jackson, Swetha P. Jasty, Margot Ann Johnson, Leah Christine Joseph, Lindsay Dolores Jost, Aleko Chris Jovaris, Stephanie Lynn Keeley. Catherine Elizabeth Keeler. Zachary Morris Keeling. Samuel Ray Kersey. Justin Lee Knepker. Kyle Robert Cram. Josie Bell Lapke. Jackson Patrick Lazo. Sandra D. Lee. Jacob D. Lebowski. Alyssa Renee Leibengood. Frederick James Leineman. Joseph Henry Leineman. Catherine Grace Leineman. Rylan K. Like. Aubrey Christine Logan. Garrison John Lewis. Madison Grace Lowry. Kellen Anna Lynch. Gage Zebediah McCoy. Michael Andrew Magyar. Adrienne McKenna Manninger. Riley Josephine Martin. Joseph Stephen Martinat. Taylor Marie Massey. Preston Jacob Maurer. Robert Jackson McCormick. Caroline Grace McFeeters. Taylor Jeanette McKillop. Sean Robert McKinsey. Grant Michael McLean. Daniel Edwins McReynolds. Ian C. McRoberts. Spencer Nicole Meese. Jennifer Sophia Miners. Jonathan Kenneth Meyer.
Gabrielle Kayla Miller. Zachary Noah Miller. Ethan Brock Milner. Piper Elizabeth Meese. Caleb Joseph Moeller. Jasmine Renee Moore. Madison Elizabeth Moore. Alyssa Brooke Morris. Jennifer Nicole Morrison. Shelby Claire Mosley. Cameron Amani Muro. Michaela Ann Murphy. Rathi Narayan. Megan Montserrat Roldan Neal. Cole Garrett Nelson. Sean Michael Nix. Zachary Noah Novikov. Corbett William Oliver. Catherine Joanne Ostrom. Livia Brianne Palmieri. Madison Taylor Parrish. Marta Ana Rosa Pasqualini. J. Ramesh Patel. Justin Lee Patterson. Michael William Patterson. Lexi Danielle Penachet. Kate Ellen Perigo. Kyle Thomas Peterson. Cassandra Susan Petrillo. Zachary Michael Petty. Jenna Marie Phelps. Brooke Christine Pignari. Gabriela Alejandro Pozo. Anjali Pradeep. Megan Elizabeth Price. Austin Richard Ragusin. Brandon Kim Rathburn. Mitchell Robertson Riley. Alexander Hamilton Riley. Anne Marie Alexander Riley. Bailey Leanne Robertson. Taylor Nicole Ross. Marin Lewis Ruff. Madison Elaine Ruffalo. Haley Elizabeth Reichman. Marissa Ann Santa Cruz. Nicholas John Schrag. Nicole Joe Sire. Michael Shao. Whitney Diane Sharon. Justin Mark Skaggs. Kevin Blake Smith. Jessica Jill Sorcher. Rachel Sydney Sorcher. Zachary K. St. Clair. Tyler Matthew Stander. Chandler David Starling. Daniel Michael Staudenmeyer.
Brock Joseph Stevens. Rachel Reed Stetson. Sarah Madeline Stowe Eskelson. Charlie Elizabeth Stribinger. Jacob Delano Stuckey. Catherine Ann Sullivan. Mitchell Donovan Sutton. Sarah Riley Swickard. Sydney Shelton Swires. Austin Roland Taggart. Alexis Nicole Tarter. Landon Raymond Tassett. Alexis Mackenzie Thom. Cole Ray Thomas. Shelby Elizabeth Thomas. Grant Christopher Thompson. Jada Alexis Torian. Sarah F. Tawakali. Kaylee Marie Train. Riley Elizabeth Trent. Jesse Ty Trong. Thomas B. Yuko. Valerie Grace Ventura. Catherine Grace Venzen. Martin William Verhage. Marketa Vasilkova. Isabella Grace Victor. Christopher Ryan Walker. Graham David Walker. Kennedy Ryan Wallace. Lauren Ashley Wombold. Logan McKinley Wassel. Jacob William Weaver. Colin Keith Weber. Jackson Kuiper Widener. Erin Elizabeth Welch. Brooke Mackenzie Westrom. Matt D. Wilkinson. Jake D. Wilson. Victoria Kaylee Wilson. Nika Marie Wingert. Seth Thomas Wingerter. Cassidy Ann Windsor. Lindsay D. Wittig. Christian Neil Woodruff. Jacob William Woolworth. Kevin Michael Woolworth. Joshua Lai Wu. Carter David Yancey. Alicia Kumin Yee. Abigail Emma Yee. Isaac David Zahner. Jordan Lee Zimmerman.
Okay, graduates, please stand. You may now please move your tassels from the right to the left side of your mortarboard. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the Blue Valley Southwest class of 2016. Careful. Graduate choir members, if you could please join the chorale again. The Blue Valley Southwest chorale will lead us one last time in singing the Blue Valley Southwest alma mater. Please stand for the singing of our alma mater. The words are printed in the back of the program. If you'd like to latch arm in arm, it is a tradition. Feel free to join us. Thank you all for your participation and attendance this evening. We ask the audience please remain in place until all graduates have recessed from the auditorium. You may meet your students across the street from Municipal Auditorium in the Barney Alice Plaza. Once again, thank you all so much. Class of 2016, congratulations. Mr. Protzman, you may start the processional.